guys, I'm going to show you the meal that I'm going to make just as a demonstration for you. I have some notes written down just to kind of summarize what I need to remember while I do this, because I'm actually going to do this all by myself. Some of it we might go a little bit quicker through because of the amount of time it's going to take me to peel and dice this ingredient right here, my sweet potatoes. So the meal that I'm making is spicy maple chicken. And I also have sweet potatoes and I have green beans. Some of this is just a little bit more complex, but overall it's pretty simple too. My oven is preheated to 425, and you can see that I have water ready to boil. So as far as the timing of things, yes, I have prepped a little bit, but overall I still think it's going to take me probably another 40 minutes to get this together and prepared and all hot at the same time. So I am going to start by peeling, dicing into a 1/2 inch these sweet potatoes, and then I'm going to boil them for 15 to 20 minutes while I do some other things. That would be a really good example of dovetailing. So now I'll probably just, we'll do a little fast forward here for you so you don't have to watch the whole thing. All right, we've got all of these pieces chopped up, and I'm going to put them in the boiling water and come back and continue cooking. All right, now we're going to move on to the spicy syrup. Just has chili flakes and maple syrup. So I'm just gonna stir that up. I should really add a little bit of salt to this too. Get a little bit in there, about 1/4 of a teaspoon. So now that's ready, and then we'll move on to the breading mix for the chicken. So the first thing that we'll do is add, this is just a seasoning mix, kind of similar to Lawry's type seasoning into the panko breadcrumbs. And then we're going to add melted butter, 2 tablespoons of melted butter, and it was 1 cup of the panko breadcrumbs. So we'll mix this up. And then the next thing we're gonna do is put our chicken breasts into the pan, and I did grease the pan. Put a little bit of olive oil in the bottom. We have 4 chicken breasts. And I trimmed a little bit of the fat off of the chicken, and then with my other hand that doesn't have any chicken touching it, I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of salt and pepper on it. And then we're going to add sour cream. And the sour cream, it's like we're kind of painting it on with the back of a spoon. Just on one side. It won't have all of the seasoning on the other side, but it should be enough. And then the last thing that we'll put on to the chicken will be the panko breadcrumbs mixture. I'm just going to put a couple of sprinkles on each of these, and then I'll push them down before I put them into the oven. Just to make sure we have an even amount. And all of the breadcrumbs won't stick, so if you have extra, I guess you can just put them right on top of everything, and then I know that there will be just some that fall off and never really get eaten. I'm gonna put this in the oven and set my timer for 8 minutes. And then I'm going to wash my hands. And the next thing we're gonna do is get the green beans ready. There's oil in this bowl, and I'm just going to put the green beans in. Fresh green beans, just stir those around, toss them. And I'm going to put those into a different baking dish and pour the rest of the oil on top. And then I will put some salt and pepper on the green beans. And actually, it's a little early to put these in the oven right now, so I'm gonna spend a little bit of time cleaning up while the chicken is cooking and the potatoes, the sweet potatoes, are also cooking. So I'll be right back, and you'll probably see me doing a little bit of cleaning. So the potatoes are just about done. I'm gonna put the green beans in now with the chicken. Actually, I need to move the chicken over before I put it in. And then I'll set a timer just so I don't forget for about 8 minutes. And then I'm going to take my potatoes, my sweet potatoes, and very carefully set the cover over them and drain the water, hopefully without losing any of the potatoes. I do have my colander below, just in case. In case I would lose a bunch of them, and then they're safe and they haven't touched anything at the bottom of the sink. Okay. All right, now I'm gonna bring them over here, and we're gonna add a few other ingredients: sour cream, maple syrup, and butter. So it's about 2 tablespoons of sour cream, 2 tablespoons of butter, and like a teaspoon of maple syrup. All right, and then I'm gonna use my electric mixer to mash these up. And you could just use a potato masher too, but this just works a little bit faster. Some sort of a scraper to get these out of the pan and put them into a serving dish. And if my other my chicken and my green beans are gonna need a little bit more time, I could always put these in the oven, but I don't really want to, as long as I can see that they are steamy and staying warm. Kind of made a little bit of a mess, but that's okay. But otherwise, I'll just keep these here. My chicken and the green beans have a little bit more time. I'll probably check the temp of those and continue to clean up a couple of other things. I think 4 minutes will be the perfect amount of time, and both things will be done, and we'll get those out. So I'm going to clean up a couple of other things, and then we'll get things out of the oven. Can you pause it? All right, everything is done. The chicken is to 165, and the green beans are also done. And now we're just gonna put together one plate so you can see everything that we have ready. This is servings for 4. And look at the sweet potatoes. And then I'm going to drizzle over the spicy syrup onto the potatoes, and put a little bit on the chicken too. All right, so we'll get a good picture of that. And also pour a glass of milk just to get that in the picture as well. All right, so if you wanna take a picture kind of right over the top.